because everyone is yelling.
Yes, 100%.
That's how we play League.
Exactly. Yeah, commentators playing League, that is just a loud affair. It's how that one goes.
Commentators doing anything is a loud affair.
Well, it's very true. Jungle going to be on the blue side. They decided to be over there because, of course, they're the ones that have been winning all this way forward. See what Lucid's going to be playing this time. Looked good on the Yone. His Akali was fantastic in game one. Has seemed to be the one that he's been the most confident in. And LeBlanc being respected here by the junglers, not wanting the mid laners to take that one away.
Makes sense to me, especially after last game. I imagine that either you have to B1 it, which kind of would maybe take away some of the possibilities that you could otherwise have. And if you don't B1 it, then team mid will take it. We also have Ziggs being banned away from Sylvie.
Ooh, a lot of respect. And actually, like, playing it very well in the last game. I think deserving of the spot on the ban list. Nautilus going to be taken away from Peanut as well in game one. He looked very good on that champion. And Cassante, not having to deal with Chovy's Cassante, definitely going to be a boon here for the junglers. It does mean that all of these 80 carries that we've seen banned over and over again will not be Kalista, the big one, as Aurelia taken away from Closer and Chovy. Both of these players absolutely loving that champion. Closer, most notably, a big fan of playing Aurelia at any point in time. Last ban will be the Blitzcrank against Peanut. Wow, that is a lot of Peanut focus. My goodness, his whole champion in support has been taken away.
I do think this is a great identification of, I would love that. A great identification of Team Mid, because the thing that both games had in common was there was a very safe 80 carry for Team Jungle, and then from there, they then proceeded to have Peanut just roam. And roam and roam and roam. And it works out really well both games. As, yeah, again, Team Jungle, you got to be one. You're Team Jungle. You can't not be one Lee Sin. Yes. This is, of course, a flex pick for Chovy and Closer.
Oh my! What if they did a double brothers, like the Yone Yasuo and the Gragas? Man, that would have been fun. Instead, it's going to be Lucian for either Closer or Karis, but most likely Karis there towards the bottom side of the map. Melio Lucian, a very strong bottom lane that we saw not exactly win, but did look powerful in the laning phase in our first match of the day. See what Jungle is going to be able to do to try and counteract it. The Akali from Lucid and Akali Lee Sin, tried and true, even when Akali was a completely different champion before a rework. And this combination was good.
Look at the vibes. You know, Lucid's like, oh my god, I get to play Akali again. They're all giggling, having a good time as...
Whoa.
Oh, I was saying
I'm pretty sure Peanut knows how to play Rel.
Well, yeah, I was thinking Oner, yet again, unfortunately for him, relegated to Rel duty, but won't be him this time around. Top lane Rel, I don't expect to see. My expectation would be that it's for Peanut, but it could also be a flex for Gideon.
Very true.
Depending on what they want to do.
This is an amazing poppy angle.
It's a really good poppy angle, yeah. Which I assume will be Faker playing it. Could be Chovy as well, though.
Chovy has had a few times where he's been playing Poppy mid in solo queue over the years, but has never really brought it out. I'd expect that one to be in Faker's hands.
Is this where you go like Faker, Poppy, and then Chovy set, and then you're like, yeah, dive into us. Watch us care. Yeah. In case
they right now need a little bit of magic damage.
Where is Sylvie going? What is the deal for him?
I'm not entirely sure. The Orianna is going to be banned away. That means that Closer isn't going to be able to go towards that one. I believe Azir was also banned in the second phase.
Yes, it was.
Mid last time around.
Definitely not BDD.
Yes. Oh, BDD is now playing Melio.
Yeah.
He's going to
but I mean, that
warm
game
hugging
also
and fire kicking.
Wasn't banned against BDD.
Yeah.
It was against Closer.
No, it was against BDD.
It was against BDD.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
ban.
that.
Me too.
That's a good ban.
I like it mainly because we don't have to have Jhin.
But the Jhin was actually really good.
It was, and it worked out very, very well.
Doesn't sway you?
No, I'm just not a huge Jhin
Okay,
fan.
but I know he was bad for a couple of years. But what if he's actually good again and he does stuff?
Then I have to deal with it.
Oh, that's still not. Have you always disliked Jhin as a champion?
Yeah, I just often feel underwhelmed.
Yeah, that I get that actually.
You know, it's just the vibes.
Ooh,
Ari, a bit of a favorite here of Closer. In fact, a bit of a favorite for all of the players on this team, unsurprisingly. So Ari will be locked in here. Closer, big grin on his face as well. Very happy about the lock-in. And now jungle. Where is everyone going? What are we locking in? We got a lot of engage, we got a lot of dive. See what Sylvie wants to put himself on in the bottom side of the map.
Is it going to be Kalista or something of the sorts? Wait. No, this, okay, yeah, this is fine.
Oner?
This is Yone top.
Yeah.
Which, again, into Poppy, I don't know if you should, but...
Seraphine Rel is the bottom lane.
Okay, no, wait, that's so good.
That's Alawi. Oh, no. Oh, my good. This is another one of Chovy's favorites.
Chovy, please. Come on, Chovy. No.
No, not Jax. That's way less fun. Oh, Aatrox is, I mean, that is the original Chovy top laner,
I knew the
right?
moment that Cassandra was banned that this was going to be it. But this was his chance.
Yeah, could have played
this was
it out.
his opportunity. I kind of love Seraphine. This is an extremely short-range comp from Team Mid. And you know what Seraphine does? She takes every... Wait. Okay, now they're going to... It's not going to be support Seraphine, right? Sylvie's not playing... No, okay. It's fine. So, because Seraphine, much like Ziggs, takes any form of skill out of bot lane. As soon as you have lost chapter, with every double Q, the wave is gone.
Yeah.
And then obviously it skills really well into the mid to late, where you can use the rest of your team to set up their dive, to follow up on it, to keep them alive, to counter dive the enemy team, which is relatively short range. But it also is able to just, again, you don't really want to engage with the laning phase of Lucian Milio because you're not going to win, generally.
Nope.
And now you don't have to.
We'll see whether...
Team Jungle.
Yeah, Team Jungle they've been picking well, they've been playing exceptionally well. Man, very impressive. Largely impressed by Sylvie and what he's been able to make happen on the bottom side of the map.
And that's kind of interesting, because that's generally not when you're impressed with someone on Nongshim. It's Chiwu, it's you know, Peter, not Sylvie. But I agree with you. I'm right there with you, Atlas.
We'll have to see how it goes. We jump into the Rift here for the final game. The best role in the LCK will be decided after this. And we almost had fan chance, but then we didn't. So let's get right into it. Looking at Team Mid, once again, very stock standard style of composition. I would say, you know, they've got some scaling elements towards that bottom side. They've got a mage in the mid lane. They've got a bruiser on the top side. Chovy and Oner are having a great time here, not hitting one another. Oh! You know what? That's poor form.
Wow, Oner.
That is poor form.
Unbelievable. Now you gotta let him Q you.
Chovy's back to it though, making sure that he shows us that he's absolutely not perturbed.
I am. Wow. I'm a little bit disappointed in Oner right there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they're both true top laners in spirit, but
know.
now I know they're not.
Who won?
Only one of them is a Peanut.
So this is not how you win this lane.
No.
It's in fact the other way, as Faker on vision right now. Gideon and Lucid will come around and give him the bad news. Faker not going to be at risk of losing his life. Was that Gideon that got the smite as well? I'm pretty sure it was. Faker may also die. There he goes, and first blood, 1 minute 40. Gideon's on the board. My goodness. You can see Faker looking a little bit flustered here. Gideon just getting to work. And even looking for a gank in mid, deciding not to head towards... Oh, he lands the Q! Closer not having to flash, but the lane is going to be a lot harder now.
And the one saving grace for Team Mid is that Sylvie and Peanut, for some inconceivable reason, actually tried to contest early on and are now deep in a ditch.
Oh, Oner and Chovy fighting one another. Chovy taking the worst end of it for now.
But we are yet again seeing a confirmation of the junglers getting big early jungler leads. Faker has no farm.
No. And you can see Gideon not going to bite off more than he can
the last hitting. No! Sylvie, stop!
Oh, no!
Okay, so this is a if you're a you know, a Seraphine bot laner of average skill, this happens to you. And you're like,
yes.
It's fine. It's fine. Once I got Lost Chapter, I'll hit all of them. It's okay. I can just double Q the wave. It's no problem. Don't worry.
Had to head to top lane
fine.
to see a cannon minion be taken,
Yeah.
to try and alleviate the stresses of watching CS when it is quite difficult, especially when it's junglers. A jungler playing AD Seraphine, that's rough. That's got to be like,
No, that's
the biggest test.
No, because that's what I do. Because it doesn't require skill.
Well, once you get the item, yeah.
Yeah, you just need a Lost Chapter. You do have teleport, which helps a little bit, and then you're fine. You can hit everything. As Chovy has a lot more added safety now, thanks to the new Rift. Top lane dives not going to be as easy as they once were.
Yep.
Which you're going to be feeling quite good about.
Nice crash down to alleviate the stresses of Sylvie, as Karis gets a warm hug from BDD. And Peanut not losing too much of his health bar, just trying to keep Sylvie okay, as the Unbound Soul will happen here, as Oner does have to go back. No flash going to be used there by Chovy. Just holds off, knows that Oner is now not able to enter the lane. And currently, Chovy is very far ahead as far as farm is concerned. Chovy known for farming, Oner known for jungling. So you could imagine that that is going to be a factor. And Faker now looking for an opportunity bottom side of the map.
Trying to clear. Sylvie hasn't backed yet. Does have TP, but no help.
And the crash down is going to come through. That is such a weird interaction that just happened there. Faker is going to help grab the kill, but he goes down as well. And now Peanut just trying to get rid of these minions as best he can. He's actually doing a decent job, as we can see. Teleport immediately back by the Seraphine, so not going to lose out on too much more.
Okay, that was actually so well done by Peanut. He actually didn't allow Faker to get the stun onto Sylvie, which then meant that they were able to stall it out, actually get the return kill, because Faker did still have flash, so if he was able to get the immediate stun and flash out, it would have been completely fine. Not going to be the case as the recurring theme of junglers not hitting anything when it comes to
what I'm learning about 2024 League of Legends is CS just isn't really the metric that we need to be looking at.
Oh, again, take a look at Peanut here, because Faker just wants to get stun and then flash out.
The immediate stun,
Yeah, he actually gets the crash down and with the flash takes down Faker. The only downside here is that it wasn't actually Sylvie that got the kill, and as a result, he's only been able to pick up tier, which is okay, but not nearly as good. Ideally, you really want to get that early Lost Chapter. But it also means that, at the very least, you have some mana regeneration. Should be able to do a little bit of a better job in staying alive. Chovy is just enjoying himself in a 1v1 matchup.
Yeah.
And Oner is not having the best of time.
No, he's getting a little bit zoned. Closer is also in trouble, but he does manage to Spirit Rush effectively.
Yeah, good ult.
Gets the ward down as well. Oh, some free popcorn chicken there from Closer as well. Must have been a special. You love to see it. And so Closer continuing his dominance, 20 CS ahead in the mid lane. But now has an ultimate that's on cooldown, so less safe than he was before. Faker gets the heroic charge, collects himself some shellfish in this bottom side of the map. He's done a decent job trying to claw his way back, but that level 1 really not helping out. Still, mid within touching distance very effectively, and that is due to this huge farm gap in a lot of these lanes.
I love this, though. Lucid trying to help Oner out of his absolutely abhorrent lane state. Much harder to gank this top lane, though, with the added space.
Yeah.
Got spotted here.
The flash out, making sure that that ultimate is not going to connect. That's the just 1v2. Well, I mean, it's not real. It's just a 1v1. Solo kill from Chovy. And Oner just went in a little bit early.
Thought he was fine. Had his flash available as well, and Lucid getting immensely punished for this play as well. They don't get the kill on Chovy. A ton of damage is done. Oner forced to now go towards mid. At least they were able to pick up some of the Void grubs.
Yep.
It's a small win. Is Peanut going to try and look for a play here? Closer does still have his flash. Might have to use it.
X-Flash, and he's going to be denied the crash down with the charm. Closer does have flash, like you say, does use it to get over the wall. There's a knock up onto Faker. Heroic charge is going to stun up the Oner, and Oner, he does manage to make his way out, but not without a few bruises. And we're going to check this one out one more time, as Chovy, like we said before, Oner was in a rough lane state.
Yeah, and then actually, that was so well done.
Whoa.
So
Yeah, that was my response as well.
Oh. So he flashes the ultimate, right? Flashes the ultimate, walks into the brush, then gets the sweet spot Q free, and then also gets auto W, auto reset auto.
Yeah.
As unfortunately, a bit of damage being taken here, as Karis making great use of, as he should, the mid-game power of this Lucian. But now with Lost Chapter available, Sylvie is going to press Q. Should be careful not to take too much of this free poke. And then we'll be completely fine. What is not fine is top lane. Yeah. Top lane is not in a good place. And Oner seemingly finally has met his match. And I get it, you know, you saw Zeus pick Yone into Aatrox, you're like, ha, I can do that.
Yeah.
He, as it turns out, cannot do that.
And now Lucid actually looking for closer here. Lands the Shuriken very nicely onto the Ahri. Gets the ultimate out. Does have ult 2 available. Uses it to get on top of Closer, who knew exactly what was happening. But Lucid does skirt out of the way of the Orb of Deception.
So I don't want to get ahead of myself, as again, I love how committed Jonas Strong is to showing that junglers can in fact not last hit.
Yep.
Is Lucid the best Akali in the LCK?
Yeah, I don't know. He's definitely the best out of the junglers, in my opinion, based on what I've seen of all of the junglers.
Without a shadow of a doubt, right?
Yeah.
Sylvie's just, again, just clearing waves.
We have some really good Akali players.
No, it was a joke. I did not mean it.
But he is really good. As Heroic Charge going to knock Gideon into the wall. Faker picks up his buckler, creating some space here, but now Faker is just going to get collapsed on. That is the kill for Gideon. Lucid coming over, collects himself and assist as well. So Faker not having the greatest of times. Very much opposing how Chovy is feeling this game, who is just having a romp in this top lane. But Closer also is very far ahead in his lane. In fact, all of them at very similar CS numbers, interestingly enough. Just showing that mid laners love farm. And now BDD not loving what's happening here. That's going to be Sylvie kind of bailed out with that one. The Encore going to connect onto Karis as well, who flashes, gets the culling down onto Peanut. A fair bit of damage there as well, as now he's trying to turn it. Gideon, fair bit of damage there as there's a flag forward from Peanut, and you are not going to escape that one. Beautifully done there. The turnaround, just an overstep from Karis.
At the same time, though, he is able to deny them the dragon. I don't think it's necessarily worth, but I do think his play had some merit there. Denying his dragon, denies the snowball as well, as Chovy's just gonna... If he hits that, yeah, Oner might have just died. He still has ultimate available, but Chovy needs to be respectful, because Oner still has flash and ult. So take another look at this play. And if you're even in this matchup, and you get this wall stun, maybe you can get something going. But crucially, there also isn't an ultimate available on the Closer. He had to use it defensively. And then Gideon, just really well done, flashes, able to get both the reposition and doesn't get hit by the ultimate. And then here, yeah, I don't know if you did that. I got nothing to say for that one.
Sometimes you're Emilio lost in the river.
Yeah, okay, but if he doesn't walk up and he stays alive, they can outplay this.
Yeah.
Because Karis actually does, I think, a really good job of using his burst. And then, Peanut with the flash auto from his mount up, sets up the CC chain.
Oh, and this could be our first time that we're going to see the little Void Grubs, Voidlings.
Fun.
Because we have 4 out of 6, and this is going to be 5 out of 6, so here we go. Void, the Void Mites.
The Mites?
Sorry, the Void Grubs are the ones that we're taking down, and the Void Mites are the ones that we're going to be able to utilize. I'm sure after about 6 months, I will be able to get those names correct. Or maybe I'll make up.
Give yourself some credit, Atlas. it'll be playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, and it won't be the right names. It'll just be my ones.
Yeah, we need to think something.
Exactly. We've got so many more things to name. I need to go and have a chat.
All the new items. What about Kuei's entire skill set?
Oh yeah, that's going to be something that we'll need to sit down and have a conference about, I think.
Yeah, give all of them nicknames.
Yeah, we're just gonna call all of them like QQ, QW, Q.
No, because I don't want to do the thing where you call them like just other skills, right? Like you can't just call, oh, that's basically an equalizer. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no.
That's not the high standard.
No.
We uphold for ourselves.
Absolutely.
In the LCK. Oner's still taking jungle camp. That one he can't miss, so that's got to feel good.
He's used to that.
Shojin first, and he's almost 50 CS up.
Well,
Lucid, you walked over. Oh no. Is Chovy just going to walk it off? Or maybe Lucid.
Yeah, he may just wait for him to turn up and then hit him. Yeah, there he goes. I mean, Lucid's accuracy with his shuriken backflips is very impressive.
Been on point.
That one, of course, not mattering even a little bit, as now Peanut finds a Magnet Storm onto BDD once again. He's trying to keep himself alive. The Encore not going to connect, though, and BDD's still alive. Sylvie's dead, and the teleport's coming in. Peanut is not long for the world, and Karis is now massive.
And Sylvie, unfortunately, misses the mark there on not one but two skill shots. Doesn't get his E. Doesn't hit the ultimate, and Karis and BD do a great job turn it around. Closer arrives as well to ensure that they can continue to play even if any reinforcements would arrive. And that means that Team Mid actually pulling back in this one.
Yeah, this is the first time the jungle snowball has been challenged as well. We've seen in other moments, once they get that bit of an edge, they haven't let go, but this is the first time.
I know you want to make plays, as that's the first.
Yeah, the beat drop and then the,
He gets it on Karis, but Nilio's right there, right? So it doesn't actually end up doing that much. And also, you don't need to, you're Seraphine lane. You don't need to try and get the cheeky all in. You know, if this was Draven,
the Void Mites!
They're there!
Thanks, Jonas Strong. Appreciate that. As Jovi's here towards his bottom side, he has 4 friends now available, and I don't think he's surviving this one. Lucid's going to collect that one.
That's a big bounty.
Yeah, and they're going to grab some plates as well. Look at these Void Mites just having the best of times. And that is right before those plates fell down. Faker getting to work on this Rift Herald as Karis trying to deal with this outer turret. So it is going to be a trade of turrets.
Look at
that is first turret blood going over to the junglers.
Look at their hops. They're so cute.
Yeah, the Void Mites are really cool. As Karis dives forward, but Lucid gets himself out of there. We'll be fine for now. Dropping the beat, Sylvie practicing, getting his eye in.
This is a worthy final.
Yeah.
This is great. It's pretty even as well. Not again.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. As the Umbral Dash is going to get Chovy to relative safety, but he had to invest his flash as well. So a suboptimal teleport, I think we could say. And Faker eventually will be able to take down this Rift Herald.
I'm just happy Chovy shows he is truly a top laner. You know, like,
I will teleport to my turret.
Gets dove by 4 people, dives, or immediately teleports back into the same amount of people and is forced to flash. That's peak top laner. That's peak gameplay right there.
By the way, huge shout out to the LCK lower third creation team. The fact that they actually call the Rift Herald Shelly in the lower third is my absolute favorite.
Exceptional.
We just love you guys. Peanut tries to stop the back, but that one is relatively improved. So Faker will make it back to base very happily. Crab gonna go over to Gideon though, 3-0-2 on this Lee Sin. Just loving his life right now, level 9 to level 9. So Faker is actually doing fine as far as experience is concerned. And Karis looking for Sylvie. The Encore will connect, but it's not looking like Karis cares.
And So Karis actually, even as free one, I kind of thought he had a kill angle there, but he just doesn't have the damage. Gideon might be in trouble here.
Yeah, he does get charmed. Closer, though, isn't exactly fully safe himself, as the Rift Herald is going to get started up. Faker can get himself in there if he'd like to. Biddy finds himself a fire kick, and now Faker is going to crash into the wall. I mean, that wasn't a steering issue. I think that was a parking issue from the very beginning.
Yeah, shouldn't have driven at all. Should have just got an Uber.
Yeah, this is not where I parked my car type situation. As now Lucid is just going to kill Shelly. So suboptimal use of the Rift Herald there towards the top side of the map, but it was great to see that we can in fact drive the Rift Herald.
Yeah, this rivals some of the Bard portals I've seen where you're like, oh, I really did not.
Oh, yeah, some of those can be. But sometimes Magical Journey is difficult. As now Chovy fighting against Oner here. The Infernal Chains did connect. The Umbral Dash going to be utilized, and Chovy just takes him down. That looked like he had a ranged auto attack, but the auto had already started by the time he was going back, and that is the solo kill from Chovy as Flash is going to be denied there from Closer, who's trying to Spirit Rush away, but there are too many junglers here on this top side of the map, and he's going to be taken down. His tower goes with him.
Team Jungle's map play is just genuinely good.
They're all ganking all the time.
Take a look at this.
He misclicked, unfortunately. Sometimes that happens. What is that? What's going on? You had a good time. I crashed it.
Oh, Oner. This is also. I'm just happy to see that it's not the player, it's the role. Oner's like, no. I can take him 1v1. I have Kraken. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not fine. He's still very far behind.
I mean, Chovy almost lost some health.
Yeah. As a closer, the flash gets pulled in by the Magnet Storm anyway, but let's not kid ourselves. He was dead. Yeah. He was never going to get out of there.
I mean, it's just unfair when there's 4 junglers coming to gank you.
Oh, Peanut. He does not.
Gets the ward over, though.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's something.
He knows that they're going home. Aww. He was surrounded by people, and he doesn't even know that he was surrounded by people even more than he initially thought. Gideon going to be just clearing through his jungle once again. Not quite 20 minutes yet, so that not able to...
Surely this time it'll work. Right? Oh, well, if you have a buddy.
Yeah, if it... like, they've realized that they need 4 people to kill Chovy. That worked twice, and then Oner tried the 1v1. Realized they hadn't killed Chovy enough. Well, sort of worked twice. They didn't kill him the second time, but they got flash and he left, you know?
It was good. You dealt with him.
Yeah.
It was good enough. Look at that gameplay. As uh-oh. Well, yeah, he had to.
I could understand. I could understand, absolutely.
He would have died. Oh, Lucid. Oh, no.
Well, Blizz is diving in, looking for the opportunity. There's a heroic charge from Faker. Gets the knock up onto 2 as Peanut just going to be trying to save his mid laner, and he does so effectively. Teleport to come forward here as well. As Peanut's charmed, crashes down to get himself out of the way. Sylvie just trying to keep his teammates alive. And they clear out the wave, and they'll be fine. Gideon clearing out his jungle. We'll be getting back towards this one. Control ward over the wall there by Sylvie. Will be cleared by DnDn as the mid laners setting up for a siege on this inner turret. Of course, this is one of Karas's favorite champions. Back when he was like MVP of Challenger, he was playing so much Lucian. It was Lucian and Lissandra, right? That he was like kind of known for.
Always Lissandra when he was back on Gen.G. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exceptional. Really, really good. I think we're learning a lot of stuff here. We're learning that Sylvie...
learning that Faker really likes flashing over walls and getting stuff done. Closer connects the charm as well. That's going to be the end of Oner this time around. Karas now just trying to keep himself alive against Lucid, but it's just not going to happen. 5-point strike. It's going to, and he connects it with a kill onto DnDn as well. Not entirely sure what DnDn was doing there, but it didn't look like a great idea. Baron's going to launch himself under the rifle. We got a team fight as well, as Gideon's having to get out of there. Chovy, yep, the World Ender is feeling aptly named in this particular game, but mid laners still down a bit of gold here against the junglers. And we've got a new Baron this time around, the one with an extra block out the front.
I really like the fact that the Barons are now provide different terrain. As we take another look here, and it's quite funny because the initial charm doesn't, or the initial charm setup isn't there because there's still minions in the way. And even with Faker hitting the wall stun, you might think that that's going to be the case, but no. And then, oh yeah, if you're an AD carry, like the moment you see that Shuriken flip, even with Shuriken flip being used, not on Karas, actually does quite a good job of staying alive for a little bit, but not enough. And then DnDn is like, I'm gonna help you!
Yeah.
Like a true support. And then dies unceremoniously. And
he held his flash.
Which was good. He would
for that one.
have definitely died.
No.
So what I was saying earlier.
Yes, please.
Before we were interrupted by the fight, is that Sylvie showing that, I swear, hitting skill shots on Seraphine harder than it might look. And secondly, I think Peanut, you know, when being a jungler doesn't work out anymore, just swap to support.
I mean, right now he's
looking
a jungler.
Great. Yeah, he's just playing a jungler.
Just playing a jungler.
Yeah, I know, but he can do that as a support.
Yeah, and actually his Blitzcrank and Nautilus looked absolutely fine. As Chovy going to get caught out by a few people, but the rest of the team are on their way in. There's the ulti, it gets rid of Gideon, and that means no more Peanut. Maybe that was a caster curse, I'm not entirely sure, as Closer going to Spirit Rush, finds the charm onto Gideon. I don't think that was his intended target, but it worked out quite nicely. And Sylvie's going to be taken down to his Seraphs. And Mid are looking to try and push through and grab the inhibitor turret. Closer had to go back. Chovy gets over the wall.
Lucid is coming around. I don't think you want to go into that many people. Might be an angle here, 14 minutes to get an early soul though. Mountain Soul into a team that is this burst focused could be quite good.
Shout out to Team Mid as well for taking all of the dragons this game against 5 junglers.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Still securing those. Faker now building up a bounty. And this game,
Why does Faker have a bounty?
I have no idea.
I feel like he's had the roughest time so far in this game.
No, that's
But he's oh well, yes. I mean, on his team, he's had the roughest time.
Yeah.
But he's one of the ones outside of Chovy who's like CS bounties were, you know.
Oh, I get it.
That is his thing.
The game knows that he's Faker.
Ah,
so the
the auto bounty. Okay, well, he's also going to dive on top of Gideon here, who can't safeguard until that Steadfast presence does wear off. Closer moving on in as well, and the junglers are looking to try and scatter to the wind. And it's feeling a little bit like the tides have turned. Faker's still just rushing forward. There's the fate sealed, though, from Oner, but it's just not enough follow-up, and he goes down. Closer will be taken out as well, but Karis is there with the damage. And Lucid will be taken down. 3 kills for Mid to the 1 of jungle.
And this feels eerily reminiscent of what happened in the game against Team AD Carry. These mid-game fights, they're executing extremely well on, and to me, that power spike for Chovy hitting the 2 items, they are playing around that really aggressively, and if they can get a Mountain Soul, I kind of love their odds in this game, and it starts with them engaging on Chovy, but Chovy doesn't really care. They immediately notice they don't have the damage. He's 3 levels up.
Yeah.
On Gideon. 6 levels up on Peanut. So Peanut dies unceremoniously. And the Seraphine ultimate, well, you don't have that much ability, Asian, actually has a really high cooldown, so they're not really able to make use of that. I think they have the turn here, but then the Milio ult from BDD, plus the burst that comes through here. Chovy literally killed Lucid in his Shroud.
Yeah. And Sylvie's ultimate that time was actually really good. Just wasn't good enough. And of course, he is not been having the greatest of times, so maybe it could have been more impactful, but it was more just the coordination wasn't quite as there as now Lucid. He's taking his opportunity against Chovy. The Akali seems to be working out for now. Peanut is going to turn up as well. Chovy now trying to hang on as best he can. The backflip is going to connect, doesn't get the Q3, and Lucid is the one that puts him down.
And is that by itself enough? Sylvie walks forward, no!
Oh dear, the encore is going to come through, but unfortunately, there was a Poppy coming on in. The heroic charge is going to stun him up and take him down. Caught in the wrong spot. Even in gold though, this is neck and neck.
This is great. Immediate counter-strike from Team Mid. As soon as they see Chovy go down, the investment from Team Jungle, very heavy. Is that alone going to be enough? We'll see. They do actually tack closer, but they're not aware of that. At least right now, Sylvie's still dead for 20 seconds. Chovy does have TP. They want to go.
Yeah, Gideon does find the resonating strike. Mid keeping them at arm's length, though, as best they can. Heroic charge from Faker initiates the fight as Oner goes back, and the Light Slinger was not in the air. Peanut so incredibly low, though, and it's just Lucid that can stand forward and try and clear out this wave. Does so, but it looks like Baron might be in the eyes of Team Mid.
Oh, Sylvia's back up, though, and that is going to provide a ton of sustain. I don't think they want to take a risk, especially with Gideon picking it up. But it really does feel like whichever team gets the first Baron might be able to actually run away with this game. But for the moment, that's not the case. It's Lucid.
Oh, yeah, closer. Not going to get...
Oh, my God!
Calm there. Lucid actually going in. Okay. Okay.
It was fine.
He's not going to follow the backflip. But he is really good at Akali.
He's a maniac, man. Junglers.
Yeah. Also, like... I'm just so glad that Lucid is in this tournament as well. I'm also a bit sad that we don't get to see more of Execute or Jonghoon, who it's really just cool having him back.
I'm so happy
in Korea. But seeing Lucid play this well really helps get the hype going for the LCK.
All right, Chovy
has delivered their red buffs.
Bait. We've seen this many times.
Yeah, Gage on the Aatrox.
He has Spirit Visage. And to be fair, like, is Oner really a threat for him? No, not really. And outside of that, Gideon is also going for more of a hybrid build, a bit more tanky with his third item. So Chovy doesn't really die.
Now, Karis is doing a lot of damage. Gideon looks for the kickback though, and Karis is just eviscerated. The teleports are coming through. Faker needs to land this, and he does manage to get rid of the Akali. That is a lot of the damage missing, as now Faker trying to get Oner out of the fight as well. They're staying alive for so long, and now Lucid dives in, but Chovy's already picked up the double. The onslaught could be happening as Lucid tries to be the hero. Chovy surviving for so long, but it's a double kill for this Akali. Make that almost a triple, but Sylvie takes that one away, and it's really starting to feel like Lucid versus Chovy. And right now, Lucid's winning.
And it felt like they were able to absorb the initial burst. Chovy with Spirit Visage, with the Milio ult, was starting to drain tank. Faker hit a crucial ult, but Lucid wasn't there for the beginning of that fight. And now, yeah, with the Seraphine sustain, it's so hard. Faker gonna try and have to go for a smite here. They're not gonna be so low that you can kill one of them, but you can try to just flip it.
He has flash available.
No kick for Gideon.
And he's giving them the good old thumbs up, seeing whether he can get in there for a potential flash smite, as Lucid says no. I don't think so. He gets into the pit, nails it! Faker takes it away 1 versus 4! All right, Lucid gets another kill, but that may have kept the mid laners in it. And also the rest of his team had respawned. This is crazy.
Some of the games before this might have felt like this is not for fun. This is for real. As it starts with cards getting taken down, and it feels like the fight is already won for Team Jungle. But then here, crucially, due to the teleport, they get Lucid out of the fight. So much damage has gone, and look at how much damage Chovy does and takes here. And it looks like he's going to turn it. Lucid arrives just in the nick of time and is able to actually chew through the health, but level 16 on that Aatrox, but still not enough. But then...
okay, we are straight back into it. The Encore is going to connect. A lot of damage. That's Karis taken down immediately. Closer's going to die as well. And now Chovy 1 versus 5. It feels like he's been in this situation so many times today. And that's going to be the end of him. The junglers managed to take their first dragon as well as we tick over to 29 minutes. And maybe Team Jungle is just too good.
And Team Mid, that was amazing. But you got Baron buff. You don't need to contest the first mountain dragon. As so interestingly enough, without the kick, it's basically impossible to keep him out of the pit. But then I think this is one of the first big mistakes we've seen of Team Mid trying to contest this. Just don't take the risk, right? You don't have your jungler. Unless you hard stomp the fight, there's just no way that you actually get this dragon. And if it was Soul versus Soul, I say go for it. But this was their first dragon, right? This is the first dragon, and I lost free Baron buff for no reason.
But also, it's a game like this, like you just want to be fighting as often as possible.
Just fight.
And I'm pretty sure Chovy just said Keisanyo, which means like, can I pay? Like, oh, it just means like thank you. Oh, good.
Man of many words, Chovy.
Yeah. We actually, we will have Ji-sun with us momentarily, but we can't hear her just yet. So she was trying to sign language to me what it might have meant.
But the Korean not overly helpful for us.
The Koreans are getting some explanation as to the item choices that Sylvie has been opting for.
And right now, the Baron power play actually ending up as a net negative. If I'm not mistaken, this is the item that gives additional heal and shield power the longer you stay in combat.
It's the Dawn Core. I am going to look up what it does.
No, it does. Yeah, that's.
It doesn't do anything. No. So never mind.
No, I fell for that one already as well.
Yeah.
It's
it
fine.
will do stuff.
We'll have plenty of time as the season progresses. And right now, Oner is going in.
And then he's going out. Thankfully, that is a thing you can do. But wait, has this game stabilized?
It is. It is, in fact, very stable.
And so now, in 2 minutes and 40 seconds, Mid will have... Okay, jungle, not... The jungle is not really paying attention to the lane state in Mid.
No, they're trying to look for a flank. Or catch someone in rotation, but... I don't think Team Mid really cares, but they also can't really push because of the wave clear of the Seraphine. And Lucid's just waiting. Oh, closer. He doesn't know.
He doesn't. He is going to Spirit Rush, and now looks for Lucid. Lucid doesn't connect. The perfect execution towards the end, and Closer now trying to get back to his team desperately. There's a heroic charge. Closer almost dying, but it does not happen. Faker says just leave. Gets him out of there. It's Sylvie that they want. Oner getting himself in there. Another heroic charge from Faker. They want to kill this Seraphine, but she is surviving for so long. Eventually, Team Mid will win out. They get their prize and an Oner as well.
And, Lucid? My man?
I thought that perhaps he was going to go for... Oh, he is. Okay, he's canceling it.
This is the school of Pool Bay.
Yeah.
He is flanking.
He is flanking.
Okay, but they're down a member. Although close, don't have TP. TP it back to mid. Oh, they can look for this. There's no way they're going to see this one coming. Karras is kind of low.
Yeah, I mean, Karras is kind of a sitting duck here as well, and his positioning is going to be as if that side of the map is safety. Oh, dear.
He doesn't know.
Oh, no.
Oh, he has no idea. Oh, he's so dead.
That's catastrophic. He walks into the brush, and he's just going to get taken out. Lucid! He's doing what his mid laner struggled to do. Back in Challenger last year, he flanked and it worked.
I am somewhat perplexed as to why we didn't just have him run away with the rest of his team. They could have just taken...
Yeah, I mean, Karras could have just pressed the B button.
Taking the jungle exit as well. It's fine. So here, crucially, they're not actually able to get the jump on closer. Really hard to take him down. Last minute, Faker jumps in, and then here, it's very disjointed. They don't really want to go in. If Sylvie hits a big ultimate there, which he does end up doing, it's good if there's follow-up, but there's none. So even with the sustained, Seraphine ends up going down. Oner ends up trading 1-for-1, recognizing that he is definitely going to be dead. And then here...
앞으로 더 밀면 여기다 아령하세요? 어떤데?
His face! But this is really big because this probably means that there's no soul.
That giggle at the end was absolutely fantastic. And he just said, hello, as he walked into the brush.
Because this should be the Drake just gone, right? Like, Oner can take it by himself, has Oldbreaker as well. And as long as Team Jungle threatens enough, should be an opportunity for Team Mid, and there won't be. This is all due to the pick on Karras. I wouldn't be surprised if Team Mid starts it up now, but there's no vision. Trap gets spotted out, though, and doesn't look like it's going to happen. And now Team Jungle, they're looking for a front to back. They want to fight in the choke point, use that ultimate from Sylvie.
Looks like it's Mid that are looking for it. There's the Magnustorm, but Peanut doesn't have a lot of friends right now. Lucid turns up immediately, and Oner, he comes in as well. They take down Karras, but Mid won fights without him before. Sylvie is the one now that could be in trouble, but he gets so many shields. Chovy as well, doing the same thing, and there's Oner with the double. Launches into the backline, turns it into a triple kill, and now Faker once again, the last man standing, and I have a feeling this is it. It's over, and Team Jungle, 3 in a row to prove themselves the best role in the LCK.
And I was not expecting this team to do well. Yes, better jungler wins, but that alone can't be enough to actually win. Surely not. The laning phase should be too big a problem. Even in this game alone, I lost count of how many creeps they lost, but it doesn't matter.
Killing creeps isn't what this game is about. It is killing Nexuses, and they killed 3 today.